3 hours into our family vacation, my mother-in-law looked at the dinner I had prepared and laughed. "Wow, this looks like college food," she said. "I guess not everyone knows how to cook." Everyone at the table went quiet. I smiled and said nothing. What she did not know was that I had planned that dinner for 6 hours, and that by the next night, the entire family would be asking me for help. My husband, Jake, had rented a beautiful cabin by the lake for his parents, his sister, and us. Since we were staying for 4 days, I offered to cook the first 2 dinners. My mother-in-law, Linda, rolled her eyes. She kept making little comments. "Too much garlic. Too spicy. Looks cheap." Then she finally pushed her plate away and said, "We should probably just eat at a real restaurant tomorrow." Jake told her to stop, but I laughed it off. That night, I noticed something strange. Linda had packed a huge box of expensive frozen meals, so I stopped arguing. The next morning, she announced to everyone, "Nobody needs to worry about cooking. I brought enough food for the trip." Fine. I packed my knives, closed my recipe book, and stayed completely out of the kitchen. For the first day, everyone was happy. Linda served frozen meals and acted like she had won. Then, on the second evening, the power suddenly went out. The freezer stopped working. The restaurant nearby was closed because of a storm. And Linda's precious food started to thaw. Everyone looked at each other. Jake finally turned to me. "Do you have anything we can make?" I opened my bag. Inside were the ingredients I had quietly packed before the trip. Rice, chicken, vegetables, spices, everything we needed. Linda stared at me. "You planned for this?" I smiled. "I always do." 30 minutes later, the cabin smelled incredible. Everyone ate in silence. Then Jake's dad looked at Linda and said, "Honestly, this is the best meal we've had all trip." Linda took one bite, then another. Finally, she looked at me and said, "Can you write down the recipe?" I smiled and handed her the notebook. Sure. She opened it. The first page said, "Never insult the person who brought the food." She looked at me. I just smiled. And for the rest of the vacation, nobody called my cooking cheap again.